However, here we are at Fort Negley, which is a fortress built atop St. Cloud Hill in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, it was built in late 1862 to protect the Union Army from Confederate attacks. Now, apparently what the Union Army did was they used the labor of the recently freed slaves to build this particular fortress, and it required some 60,000 cubic feet of stone. Okay, so when we get further up, we'll see more of that. Hey folks, here's a little view from the side right there, and there it is up there. Okay, so what happened was apparently in early 1862, the Union Army defeated the Confederate garrison at Fort Donelson, and the Union Army moved in and took up a strategic position along the Cumberland River. During the occupation of the city, many African American men and women who had just been freed as slaves, the Union Army called them contrabands of war. And what happened was the new policy granted the African Americans a sense of freedom while undermining the rebellion at the same time. So they organized into military labor battalions. The refugees worked as teamsters, woodcutters, laborers, stonemasons, cooks, laundresses, and nurses. And as the military became more dependent on the critical labor that these newly freed slaves provided, the focus of the war shifted more on preserving the Union and to ending slavery. Okay folks, here we're on the other side of the fortress. I showed you the front side, or the entrance if you want to put it that way, at the beginning. Now this is the other side. Now you can sort of see how it overlooked the city. Here's the city of Nashville in the background right there. Now I should mention, somewhere down there, they said that the city cemetery was just down at the base of the hill right there. It was built in 1822, but after the Civil War, even during it, many of the Confederate and Union soldiers were buried there. Hey folks, we're about to head up the hill and see the top there. Now I should mention, the centerpiece of the federal fortification effort in Nashville actually was Fort Negley, named after General James Negley, and who was the Union post commander. Now, I should mention that the work began in August of '62, and the primary construction of this fortress of wood, iron, and stone and earth fortification cost them $90,000 at the time. So figure that out from there. And here, that part there, I might as well show you a little more of the city right there. Okay folks, here we are up a little bit on the hill. And you can see, here's what the walls of the fortification were like. These layered bricks, if you want to call them that. Hi folks, here we are at the only entrance to Fort Negley. It was known as Sally Port, and back in the day it was protected by a wooden guardhouse. So you can see a little more of the layered rocks there, and basically the same thing on this side right here. Hey folks, here we're at the top of the hill, top of the fortress, however you want to say it. Now here it is from behind, look at it there. Goes around there, goes around there, goes around there. Around there, City of Nashville in the background. Goes around here, around there, around there, and around there. Okay, there you go. Hi folks, here we are on one of those walkways here. You can see we're going to head that direction here. Now, there we go. Okay, so now, look over here. There's a little more of the city of Nashville in the background there. Hey folks, here we are from the last point I showed you there. Now, apparently on December 16th of 1864, the Union Army assaulted the forces at Peach Orchard Hill and Shies Hill, kind of in that direction right there. If you follow me on YouTube, I recently showed you Shies Hill a couple days ago. A little more of the fortress right there. You can see the different kind of layered bricks, if you want to call them that. Hey folks, here we're on one of the other sides of the fortress there, and you can see in the background there is a little bit more of it right there. Okay, and then it's a little more of view of Nashville. You can see this is quite close to the cliff right here, if you want to call it that. There's a little more of Nashville in the background there. Hi everybody, so continuing the tour now, here we're at the top right now. You can see right there, there's that little open area right there. Apparently a cannon was there. It was a 48-pound cannon, and it was built to protect the area between Fort Morton, which is about a half mile to the west, and Fort Negley. Now you can see there's a little more of the fortification right there, the wall right there, and a little more of it down here. There you go. Alrighty, here we are a little bit down from the higher level there. We just came down a bit on the little hill right here. Now, I should mention that Fort Negley back at the time was part of a complex line of defense structures that protected the southern boundary of Nashville. Now, it's probably worth mentioning that 3 of them were major fortifications like this one, and the other was actually a blockhouse casino, which was located at what is currently the city reservoir, interestingly enough. Okay, so here we're on the lower part now, and I guess I might as well show you a little more of the city now. And there you go. Hey folks, there's a platform that we were at earlier. It took a earlier part of this video. Now you can see right here, part further down, here we have an area right here where it looks like maybe there was some artillery there. You can sort of see right here, there's an opening right there. Who knows, maybe that was a way to get through. And then we're gonna go right now into that area. Probably where they had artillery. Okay, now, I'm just standing up here a bit. Okay. Okay, now, kind of bad brush. I don't think I'm going to go in there, but hey, look down there, see what's there. And it looks like we had a point there with some artillery, maybe. Okay. But hey, maybe I'll walk over the rocks and check it from the top. Okay, folks, here I am. I walked over the rocky walls, and here's that area I showed you a second ago, that little depression right there, which I thought was an artillery room, but I don't think it is now, because actually look closely here. If you look down there, there's that entrance in there, and I thought that was an artillery, but look at this. Ta-da! There's actually another open area on this side right here. See that there? The bear view, don't want to fall here. There's a view of it right there. Now we'll look at the other side as well. So that would indicate me this is not an artillery area. This is probably some other room which served a purpose of the fortress at the time. Okay, so this is the Fort Negley Fortress. Come check it out.